We are the hosts of the Real Housewives of Velaris podcast. I'm Kylie.
And I'm Blakely. Warning, we have potty mouths, and this podcast is rated R, like the books we read.
All right, Blake, how are you feeling about the book on this reread? This current reread, since it's like your 80th.
I know. I love this book. Like, I love the series. I love the characters. Honestly, each reread, I'm loving it more and more, which is always nice. How about you?
This reread it pisses me off because I'm so mad at Dane. Listen,
Right?
the first time you read it, like you don't have any thoughts, but going into it, I'm like, okay, I know who's shitty and who's not. And so I'm just like, I think more mad because I'm just so pissed off at some of these characters. And also I'm just thinking like, why are you doing this? So I think this is a more infuriating read, but also more satisfying because I understand so much of it.
I totally agree about Dane and JB. But I get a little bit frustrated with Violet more when I reread.
She makes some poor decisions. Like, why are you doing that, girlfriend?
And she just has some weird blind spots, and especially in the next couple chapters or the next couple episodes for us, where I'm like, come on. But, I also get it. But we'll discuss it when she comes. But she does piss me off a little bit. Not as much as she pisses me off in Iron Flame, which I haven't reread yet for the podcast. But the initial read, she pissed me off in Iron Flame. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh my gosh, your rage is going to be so much worse this round. You're not going to throw your book. You're going to set it on fire.
Yes, but at least I'll have Onyx Storm shortly after. Reading Iron Flame with the way it ends and then having to wait like 6 months is not something I suggest. But she's gonna end on a cliffhanger for Onyx Storm. We know it.
Well, she did 2 books in a row, so why would we expect less?
No, she's going to, and it's gonna piss me off. I'm already pissed. Great. There goes the whole day.
Well, the podcast is over. Like, I don't want to deal with Blakely when she's being a bitch. So this is fun, guys.
Let's lighten it up so I'm not a pissy little pissant. But let's play a game. Pissy little pissant. Let's play Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Is this one going to piss me off as much as the last one? God, you make me so mad.
No, I have more thoughts on that, and we'll discuss it after this book. And I think I made the wrong decision.
You did. There's no thinking. Like, you did. You made a wrong decision, and I told you that. Your answer was wrong.
I know. It was wrong. I, Blakely Olson, am admitting I was wrong. Yeah.
It is Monday, December 9th at 11:06 a.m. Blakely just admitted she was wrong. And, in 20 years, I have barely heard that. I have chills.
You're going to fucking this for Instagram, aren't you?
You bet. I'm going to make sure everyone knows that you admitted it. I'm going to send it to John.
Fuck you. No, we're going back to Fuck, Marry, Kill. Now I just don't want to admit anything to you anymore. But Fuck, Marry, Kill. Xaden, Sawyer, Riddick.
Okay, marry Xaden for sure. Sad. I would fuck Riddick and I would kill Sweet Sawyer. I love him, but I feel like Riddick would be a good time.
Well, he is sexually open on both sides.
Once again, going for that reverse harem. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Too much smut.
So I feel like he is definitely good in the bedroom.
Me too.
And damn, this is a hard decision because Sawyer shows that like he was able to fail and he still shows up and comes back.
He was the first one that Rhiannon fucked that we know about.
Yeah. Yeah, and he came out really smiley. So, okay. I'm going to,
Can I fuck both?
At the same time? Why choose? This is a new why choose?
I'm married, so it's okay to say that.
Yeah, not in real life. Sweet.
Yeah.
No, love you, babe.
They're not even people, so it's okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to kill any of them. I'm going to marry Xaden and fuck Sawyer and Riddick. Who would you choose?
Same. You're not going to make me choose. Look, you know what? You told me how wrong I was on the last one. I'm sorry.
Your opinion is valid. It's wrong, but it was valid. And you don't have to change your answer because I bullied you
Oh, is this how you feel all the time?
all the time. All the time.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like I need to start therapy in 2025.
I'll give you my therapist number.
Well, good.
Good talk.
I'm glad we didn't answer the question correctly, and that's that. Do you have anything that you would like to address about the last episode, Kylie? Do you have any thoughts that you've been simmering on, or no?
I think that we are on a ride. Everyone's just on this journey with us while we figure shit out. I I'm excited. I love this. I love what we're doing because I love talking about this damn book. So, I don't have a lot to address, actually. Do you?
Great, I do. So let's talk about it.
Great, I do. You did a really shitty job, Kylie. I'm firing you.
No. So I was talking to Anne, who's my sister-in-law, yesterday, and I was telling her about I asked her, I was like, "Anne, do you think that you could ride a dragon?" And she looked at me like I was an idiot. She was like, "Yeah, I ride horses. Of course I
Okay,
could."
Anne, if anybody could do it, it's Anne.
But she's got weak thighs. She's kind of a violet. I told her that to her face, so I'm not talking shit. I love you, Anne. But I was like, "Do you think I could ride a dragon?" Because at first I said no because of heights, and she was like, course you can fucking ride a dragon. And she was really pumping me up. So Nikki and Anne have both convinced me that I can ride a dragon. And she told me my thighs were strong enough.
Your friends are liars.
Do you think that you could ride a dragon? You guys, today with our episode, we are going through 11 through 15. That's what's on the docket.
Chapter 11. So it is the day of the gauntlet, and Dane seems upset Violet has not chosen to run to the scribe quadrant, even though she thought about it because she struggles with part of the gauntlet course. But her mom would find out, and she would never know if she is good enough to become a dragon rider. With only 171 potential riders and 100 dragons, Violet knows she needs more than her amazing memory to get through the gauntlet and impress the dragons.
I don't know what it would be hard if you were Violet because she says even in here, it's the logical choice, it's the safe choice. There are only two thoughts stopping me. One, there's no guarantee my mother won't find out. Just because Markham would keep quiet doesn't mean the instructor there will. But most importantly, if I hide, I'll never know if I'm good enough to make it here. And while I might not survive if I stay, I'm not sure I can live with myself if I leave. What do you think you would do?
I would stay because she's already made it this far. Once again, like just to go over the parapet is a fucking win. And
Yeah, agree.
the fact that Dane keeps saying like go to the scribe quadrant, go to the scribe quadrant.
This would even be a fucking question if Dane wouldn't shut his fucking mouth.
Yeah, like he's the bad one. He planted that seed that she's not good enough, and he's the one that keeps fucking watering it. Like fuck you, Dane. Let that be the first time we say that today, but not the last.
God, what a fucker.
I know you would stay because you are also overly ambitious and you don't like to fail.
No,
So you would absolutely stay.
I would, yeah, I have no problem quitting things if it's not bringing me joy, if it's not, but she wants to stay. She really does. She wants to prove to herself that she's worthy of it. So, no, she's staying. I mean, we know she stays, but I would stay if I were her, if my thinking was her.
Well, and she definitely wants to stay because she knows Xaden's not going to kill her. Because that's one of the last things she asks, like, "Are you gonna fucking kill me?" And he's like,
Right.
that's how he measures himself. What He's still a decent human because he leaves her alive. So if she switched quadrants or anything, like that would make Zane that would make Xaden a bad person, and she's not going to make somebody worse.
No. No, she doesn't have it in her. Speaking of her being so fucking nice, before she leaves for the gauntlet, Imogen says to her, "Good luck today. Hopefully you won't fall ... short." And Violet's response is, "See you later," which I think is just the perfect response because no response and being unbothered and still being like nice is like the worst thing you could do to someone like Imogen. All Imogen wants is a response and like a reaction. And Violet's like, "Okay, well, see you later." Like, it's just funny to me. But Violet doesn't even give her the reaction because she's just so nice. And her thinking is like, well, I get it. Like, my mom was a part of her parents' execution. So she hates me. She, almost tried to rip off my arm, but I get it. Like, that would not be my reaction if I were Violet.
Mm,
I love it.
You're a lot more spicy. You'd be like,
Yeah.
bitch.
I just, I don't know. I just wouldn't. But I love that she's nice
She's nice for now. For now.
for now. Yeah. She does have spice to her. Otherwise, I wouldn't like her.
No, we don't. You can't be too nice. Like, there's no fun in that.
But she's on a journey right now, and we're riding it with her. So we'll get to when she's, becomes the person she's supposed to
We're all on this dragon together. We're all on this journey.
be. We're all riding this dragon. Blakely may or may not fall off. We are not sure.
Depending on our ties. I think it's interesting that there's so many mentions of the badges that people are wearing and that they
Mhm.
change every year. But I feel like there's got to be more to that. There's so many mentions of badges.
Yeah.
There's got to be a bigger point to that. Or Rebecca's just like, I'm really into badges. She could.
I love badges so much. Well, I think it's just like it is a war college badges, how the military is like, but like even Violet says, like most people wear them like a badge of honor, but she recognizes them for what they are, which is intelligence that she might one day need to defeat them. Which that's why, I mean, Xaden doesn't have anything on his besides like wing leader.
Because he's smart.
He's a smarty, just like our girl Violet.
It's her scribe brain that says, like, I need to pay attention to these and for later reference.
And even Mira and Brennan both said, like in the letter, as well as what Mira said, was like, pay attention to everything. And our girl's doing it. So she's listening to one piece of advice that Mira had because she's not staying away from Xaden, and Dane's up in the air.
She's still making friends, even though, she's
Yeah.
not. She's not good at listening.
No, I respect that. I understand
We
it.
don't listen either. It doesn't just seem that Dane is upset. He is upset. He pleads with her several times to change her mind, like throughout this whole book to change her mind. And he says it's inevitable that one of us will have to bury the other.
She says, yeah, she says that.
So, what is our favorite word? One of our several favorite words, because we repeat a lot.
Foreshadowing. I think our boy Dane, in a couple books from now, may no longer be with us.
This is one of, I think, a pivotal point for Violet when he asks her what changed between the parapet now, and Violet, being the badass she is, she says, me. And like I said, I feel like it's a really pivotal point in the book. So Violet makes it through most of the gauntlet unfazed, but as we are down to the last two obstacles, one in which she never had the chance to practice, the nearly vertical ramp, aka the warp wall, and the current one in front of her, the chimney that she hasn't been able to get up. Of course, we have asshole Jack Barlow, JB, you dick, yelling for her to do them all a favor and just fall. Violet moves one of the ropes, drags it horizontally across the surface of the cliff, and manages to get to the bottom of the chimney position. Thanks to her genius thinking, she makes it to the top, and she's finally to the last ascent. Going up the chimney is literally another obstacle on Ninja Warrior. I would like to know if Rebecca is a big fan. I really do. If that's where she got her ideas.
Rebecca, tell us.
Please, next time she does like a question thing, like I'm going to ask if Ninja Warrior inspired her.
Probably. I like that story, so just go with that. It's fun.
She was really inspired by Ninja Warrior. Not the American version, just the original, because that one's harder. So then you have the last obstacle, which is meant to test their ability to scale the dragon's foreleg and reach the saddle, the warp wall. Daddy Xaden said to Violet, the right way isn't the only way. So she runs to the wall, throws her body forward, momentum carrying her upward while running up the side of the ramp, swings her arm, slams her daggers into the wood, and flings herself upward and makes it. Rhiannon and Riddick sweep her up to celebrate, and immediately Amber just has to ruin the moment by yelling cheating. Okay, Amber's a bitch. I just need to say this. She is. Not my sister, this Amber.
No, as soon as you said that, I was like, we're not talking about your bitch sister, Amber. We're talking about Amber Mavis, the rule following bitch. But I love, like, I was so pissed at her, but I like Garrett
I do too.
so much. Like, not only when the first time Violet accidentally was like eavesdropping because she was at that tree, and they're like, when are we going to kill her? And he's like, well, it's not the Tyrish way to punish those for our parents' mistakes. So he has every reason not to like Violet and stick up for her, but he says, basically tells Amber to back the hell up, and it's not to be tolerated. Or she says it's not to be tolerated. We live by the rules or we die by the rules. What is that, Kylie?
Foreshadowing.
And then Garrick is like, I don't take kindly to anyone calling someone in my section a cheater, and my wing leader will handle any rule breaking in his own wing. Like, he has every reason to fucking hate Violet and use that moment to try to get rid of her. And he does.
I mean, Daddy Xaden can punish me.
Same. Actually, I'm asking to be punished.
Oh, I fucked up, Xaden. Punish me.
Oh, no.
God, we sound like we're in heat when we talk about him.
Everybody's in heat when they read this book.
That's true. So Violet is quick to accept a 30-second penalty for use of the rope to Xaden, who, let's not forget, is her wing leader. Amber pipes in, asking about the use of the knife, but Violet owns her with citing from the Codex how knives are considered part of the person if carried across the parapet. She uses Xaden's own words against him, saying, the right way isn't the only way. I can respect Violet for immediately being like, yeah, I did something different. I will take the 30-second penalty.
And she knew that, Zay didn't really give a shit because he kind of planted that seed anyway for her to do that. But Amber doesn't give a shit. She's like, she's disqualified. And when Xaden doesn't answer, she turns to glare at him. Surely she's out. You can't tolerate lawlessness within your own wing. But Xaden's gaze never leaves Violet's as he silently waits for her to respond. And of course, Violet uses the Codex to fuck Amber. God, I just hate her. Like, I really do not like her. She's on my top 3 for this book that I don't like. Right?
Yeah, I would. Well, okay. There's Amber. There's Dane. There's JB. There's General Melgren. Those are probably like my
Yeah.
4.
Okay. There's a lot of people to not like.
But she's up there. She's up there. She's shitty.
I just also love the whole time when she's having this fight with Amber, or like not having a fight, Amber's trying to fight, and Violet is defending herself, and Xaden is so amused by Violet. Like, he's just smirking. Like, he loves how fucking smart she is. And I think he just, like, she looks like this frail little thing, but this girl knows what's up.
That big brain gives her more muscle. Like, it's just a different muscle. And she read the Codex at least 3 times before starting this year. So thank God she did, so she could just own people like Amber.
Well, that was already her plan, to try to do that once Xaden planted that seed. And I think she was like, okay, let me double check the Codex. She did. And she's like, somebody's going to say something. And this is why. I just like her so much.
She was prepared, and I love it. Well, she's a scribe. Of course she's prepared. She's a scribe at heart, but she is a dragon rider, like, through and through.
When you say prepared, I just have a question. Do you think of Lion King, be prepared, or just me?
I am going to now, but I'm going to think of you specifically singing it just like that.
This morning on my way to take the kids, River goes, there's a stop sign. She goes, oh, there's a stop. And what would you sing immediately?
Stop right now.
Yep. And she goes, Mom, why do you always do that? You sing every time I say a word. And I was like, it's the millennial way.
God, we are the same. I sing everything to Rowan, but in turn, he is singing everything back. So we're just like, My house is a musical.
You can move on with our book.
All right, so Violet wins the challenge from Amber and is successful in completing the gauntlet along with the rest of her squad. Yay! We're so proud of them. Chapter 12, big deal because it is presentation, which is the parade of cadets so dragons can scope them out, size them up. They're allowed to judge you. Squad leaders stay behind, so it's solely cadets. Rhiannon and Violet end up in the back by each other. They are reminded that it's recommended to stay at least 7 feet apart in case they get torched by a dragon that has deemed someone unworthy. So they judged hard. It is mentioned by a squad member that there is a feather tail, but Garrick reminds them that feather tails don't bond and that he can't remember the last time one was seen outside the veil and that it's probably just curious.
I feel like, one, how does Tynan know so much about feather tails? Like, there's not very much information. So it just is. Tynan was the one that says, it just that they said there's a feather tail. His voice pitches upward. A feather tail? Tynan sputters from directly in front of me. Who the hell would ever want to bond a feather tail? God, such negative connotation, these poor feather tails. Professor Kaori never told us there'd be a feathered tail, Sawyer said. I know because I memorized every single dragon he showed us, all 100 of them. Oh, poor failure,
He's
Sawyer.
not a failure. He's just
I know.
a late start, late bloomer.
Garrick replies, looking at us if we're children, he'd like to be rid of before glancing back over his shoulder at the entrance to the valley. Relax. Feather tails don't bond. I can't even remember the last time one has been seen outside the veil. It's probably just curious, which you just read, but foreshadowing.
I think our count is at 3 right now for saying it, which isn't bad.
Not bad so
But
far.
we're only on the second chapter we've discussed today.
I would hate presentation as a person. Like, I feel like, you know how in weddings when you're walking down the aisle, especially as a bridesmaid more so than a bride, because a bride you're kind of like tunnel
Right.
vision, but like as a bridesmaid, you're walking down and you know how you're like, okay, am I smiling too much? Am I smiling not enough? And it's like that nervous energy of, or do you not do that? Do you not feel that way about walking down? Like that's how I'd feel with dragons. But it's like, am I too scared? Am I too confident?
I think I just kind of black out anytime I've walked down the aisle, whether it's my own wedding or a friend's.
Yeah, that's because you're an alcoholic.
I am not. I did drink a lot for your wedding. I was pregnant, so I had to lie about drinking. I just I held red wine in my hand all night and just fake sipped. So no, I'm not drunk every time.
I was also pregnant, so
We just love doing things together.
it was unintentional. I was already.
It really was, but that's just how life would happen. Really.
I know. I still danced all night. It was fun.
Your wedding was a blast.
It was. Good for me.
For me. Okay, so they converse on the walk so that the dragons can kind of get an idea of who they are. And Rhiannon asks Violet why she didn't tell her about the rope plan or the dagger, seemingly upset. Violet wasn't sure if her plan would work and she didn't want to bring her down. Rhiannon just wanted to be there for her, stating that's what friends do, and asked if Violet had any more secrets. Violet skirts the question and they make a pact that they will ask for help and help each other when they need it. Once again, I love Rhiannon so much. Like, what a supportive friend. She just really she wants to do it, just be a part of it and help Violet. But I get why Violet didn't, because if she fucked up, like, she wouldn't want to drag anybody down.
No, on top of it, like, I think her family dynamic really comes full force with this of like not sharing because she's the youngest. So I obviously we know Lilith isn't much of a sharer, warm, fuzzy, or is prone or like open to you sharing how you're feeling. So I think she's used to kind of being by herself and like dealing with her thoughts by herself and not cluing people in on her plans. She's not talking about Tamir. She's not, I mean, Brennan's dead, her dad's dead. Like, I just don't think she's used to people even wanting to know her plans or telling them. And if her best friend Dane is like, telling her constantly that she can't do something, then why would she think that she could tell this new friend who's actually a million times more
Right.
supportive?
When your best friend isn't supporting you, why would this new person, like, you're number one, you're a good portion of your life, they're trying to get you to go elsewhere? Like, you wouldn't think that anybody else would be supportive. She's just so independent that she's not used to help.
And she's just guarded a little bit because of Dane, even though she doesn't realize it is because of Dane. But Riri, our girl, has really proven Mira wrong about making friends here. Like, it helps so much for Violet's journey.
It really does. I love that they were talking about how you can't talk to family, and Rhiannon's like, I think I'm just as loyal to my sister, whether I've had a letter from her or not. There are bonds that cannot be broken. I I feel like there's more to that because bond just having bonds is a big deal in this book. So I just think that that is very relevant. That there are bonds that can't be broken, which kind of makes sense with like her. Well, she hasn't bonded a dragon yet, so for those.
But, like, remember, the dragons can hear them right now. Like, if I were a dragon and it was Violet who's the one who actually said that, like, I would be like, I like this human. She knows what's up. Like, she sounds trustworthy. She respects a bond. Like, she's not going to let anyone get in between their bond. So it's a green flag for Violet and the dragons.
Yeah, I think that them conversing through this is so important because obviously the dragons are judging them and that they're getting the sense of their character. But it's just so important because Violet is weaker, she's our frail girly. And so she has to show that she's got big brains.
And that she's a good person, which she does this entire time.
Not once did she waver so far. I don't think she does the whole book. She might annoy us, but she doesn't waver from being a good person.
No, she's a good person the whole time. Good, like, I don't know what that's like. Good for her.
They're walking. They're on this leisurely stroll. In the middle of the path, the squad sees a golden dragon, the Feathertail. Some of the squad members start saying some shitty things about it, like, who the hell would bond with that? It's fucking yellow, which yellow is my favorite color, so that's rude.
And it's a real color, so I don't know why she said it's not even a real color. Stupid Luca.
They were also saying it's too small to carry a rider. It's not even powerful enough to be a real color. Sawyer then asks if it's a mistake and maybe it's a baby orange. But Rhiannon is quick to point out that dragons wouldn't allow a baby to bond, and no human alive has seen a baby dragon.
Foreshadowing.
We're at 4. I'm tallying this round and how many times we say it.
No.
I'm scared. Then we have Tynan say, fuck you, Tynan, by the way. Also shitty human.
Oh, yeah, let's add him to the
Fuck
list.
him. Not to fuck him, that we do not like him.
No.
The other
No.
fuck you list.
Oh my god, my next fuck, marry, kill is gonna be so good with people we hate. Keep going.
I'm scared. Oh, you're gonna do like Tynan, Jack Barlow, what, and General Melgren?
We shall see.
Okay, so then we have Tynan say, you should totally bond it, Sorrengail. You're both freakishly weak. It's a match made in heaven. And then we have Sweet Sawyer lunge between them and grab Tynan by the collar and yells at him to not talk shit about his squad mates, especially not in front of unbonded dragons. Tynan mentions someone should kill it before it bonds and that it's going to get its rider killed. Reminder, the dragons can all hear this conversation.
How fucking stupid is this kid? Like, legit.
He's an absolute moron. He's not thinking about the bigger picture, the fact that the dragons are hearing this. They're hearing this, you piece of shit.
Like, it's just, he's an idiot. And that's really all we have to say about that.
For now.
For now.
Because we will talk more shot about it. We will talk more shit about him.
Yeah, soon, actually. Very soon.
We're almost there. Further into their walk, Violet jokes, we could be walking past a line of wyvern, right? And then has to explain what wyvern are, which are like dragons but bigger than them, 2 feet instead of 4, a mane of razor sharp feathers down their neck, and a taste for humans, and that they are folklore. Violet tells a story of thinking her mom would turn into venom because she could channel, since her dad told her people only turn into venom if they channel directly from the source. Her mom had a long night while stationed near the eastern border, and her eyes were bloodshot red, so she assumed it happened to her.
Oh. So much to unpack here. We're going to add that to a tally on purpose.
Too many tallies.
Too many tallying. I have gone to a siphon tally yet today, but it's coming. But as I personally believe, Lilith is Venom. I think her husband found the antidote, which we can talk more about that. But I think it all has to do with the Feathertail and his research, and I will continue spouting off this theory. But I just really believe this is the case, and this whole bloodshot, red eyes, and just the Wyvern book. Are you on board with this or not?
I think that her dad made sure that she knew this story for a reason, so that she knew about Wyvern and she knew about Venom. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, I think he had her read it. And I do think that she probably, General Sorrengail did channel and is part Venom, as like you believe. And I do.
That's my question.
I think that her dad was very strategic. Yeah,
Intentional.
intentional is the word I was looking for about telling her these things. Because she is the
Yeah.
scribe. She is the one with the knowledge. Like, if anyone should know, I think her brother and sister should have known. I mean, they do. They do know the stories.
But sometimes if you aren't looking for it, or if you're not open to it, like you're going to
Yeah.
miss it. And this is one of those cases with this family, but it seems so obvious to me. But like all my theories when we're going through this, I'm just going to keep building. I'm just wanting to mention it so you guys think about this. And please tell me if you agree. DM me. I want to know.
It's the bloodshot eyes comment. Like,
There was no need for that comment unless it
meaningful.
was like, yeah. So why would you write that in there? Well, oh, my mom was really stoned out in the outpost. No, it was
Her
because
mom's just Stony Maloney riding a dragon.
she gets so stoned one night, and like, no, it's Venom. She's a
Yeah,
Venom.
because then it's by the eastern border, which is where a lot of things
Right.
happen. And if you want to win a battle, if you want to win a battle, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And it's so hard not to say things.
I know there's things that we can't say right now due to what book that we are in without continually giving anything away. So that's all. Bye. See you later.
They continue their walk. Red Dragon burns one of their squad mates prior to a crisp. And they encounter two green dragons who approach and smell Violet. But she realizes that they can smell her sister dragon because of the dragon scale armor that she wears.
Poor Pryor. Pryor was definitely a Libra. Can't make decisions. 100% is what was happening there. But I just love the way that she talks to the dragons. Like, she just speaks to them like they're just real people, just explaining calmly. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why the dragons love her. She just did everything right in this whole presentation.
She was aware, well, and she listened. Like, you're supposed to like look down for certain ones. She followed the rules.
She knows her shit.
And
Yeah.
she was just exuding confidence because you have to. And Pryor was definitely not. We knew he was gonna die. We knew it because
It was
yeah,
obvious.
he
Yeah.
was just not confident enough. And to be a dragon rider, you have to be confident in everything.
And she just played it right.
So after that, she tells Rhiannon about the dragon scale armor in hopes of building better trust with her. She kind of had to tell her. Rhiannon was terrified for her friend, but Luca started saying that she was the weakest link after Pryor. Rest in peace. And wouldn't have been surprised if they ate her. Violet feels heat on her back as Riddick says the dragons thought she was insufferable too.
Bye, Luca.
She sucked.
Won't miss you.
She sucked.
She sucked too. Add her to the list. Don't give a shit. Bye.
I mean, it's a good thing that we didn't get to know her because we're not sad. No,
No.
she's kind of bitch anyways. October 1st is always threshing. There are 147 cadets left after the gauntlet. Professor Kaori lets them know if a dragon has selected them, they will be calling. So pay attention to not only your surroundings, but your feelings and go with them. Violet, paying attention to her current surroundings, sees Jack draw a line across his throat, flanked by Orin and her own squad mate, bitch-faced Tynan.
Fuck Tynan. I One part that I found in like this little is Professor K, where he like pay attention to your feelings, just because it's such a cutthroat war school that like feelings are involved. But it makes sense if you know anything about, I guess, sci-fi and fantasy and like the Force. You got to pay attention to your feelings. It's all, I don't know. It just made me laugh a little bit.
It's
Oh, we have to talk about this. I'm sorry. It isn't in the summary, but it's
okay.
important. While they're walking, before they go out, Violet and Ree are talking about what kind of dragon are they looking for. And Violet says she doesn't feel close to any of them, which foreshadowing. But Dane tried talking her into a brown. And I just want to say how much I love Ree's response. She's the friend we all need. Dane lost his vote when he tried talking you into leaving. Like, she's such a fucking good friend.
Team Rhiannon, like,
Love her.
do we love her more? I mean, I love Violet, but do we love Rhi more?
I love bad girl Riri. Okay. I really like her.
She gives zero fucks and is a great friend, is a great writer. She bitch is good at everything she does. I love, well, except for some of the classes that Violet
She's
helps with.
like, right. She's extremely loyal. Like, she's my people. I like her.
She like here's Violet's top tier, and like Rhiannon's slightly below her, just slightly for women in the book.
And could be the misogyny in me, which there is some. Like, do I like the little edge that Violet has? Is it because she gets to fuck Xaden? Maybe. That may be it. But we'll
I
see.
think that's why she's number one.
Well, she is a fucking badass. Violet is a badass, but she still at this point hasn't really come into her own. So we'll
Her
see.
badassery has not been born.
Not yet. It's about to be. It's pretty close.
Violet has been out for a couple hours, and she comes across several dragons, one of every color, and so far has yet to bond with one. So she climbs a tree to get a better visual of her surroundings and the dragons nearby. In a clearing nearby, she sees the golden dragon, and Violet climbs down and hears three voices, even though they're supposed to be doing this alone. It's none other than Jack, Oren, and Tynan hunting for the feathertail to kill it. I'm raging already. Vi-
Like,
Violet knows she can do nothing, so she tries to get to the feathertail first to warn it.
I just hate them all. The fucking three is, I hate them. Like, JB is such a cocky fuck, too, because he was like, it's not like our dragons are going to bond other riders. They're going to just wait for us. Like, the scrawny one's going to get someone killed. We have to take it out. Obviously, it's kind of like a Violet thing, too. Like, I hate them.
Rebecca did such a good job at painting a visual to like paint somebody that we hate. She did an amazing job with her villains.
I know.
Who the fuck does Jack think he is to like, oh, the rules don't apply to me. Like I can hang out with these three people and we can murder this. Like other dragons are going to see you doing this. How did he survive presentation? I mean, I guess there is dragons that are not as great as
Questionable.
yes, they
And maybe we'll get that answer.
because yeah, he is so shitty. I'm surprised he didn't get flamed for his shitty personality.
Yeah, I'm surprised one of the good writers didn't just, or like dragons didn't just fucking flame that bitch. I would.
I can relate to this next part so much. While hurrying, Violet trips and hurts her ankle. She blocks the paint out and makes it to the feathertail, trying to get it to leave. On a side note, like, I really do relate to it because I have injured my ankle and I just kept going. Sometimes you just got it.
You got to block it out, you know? Time. She says Violet tells the fairy tale? Tells the feathertail to scorch them, but the dragon doesn't. And somehow she's certain in the marrow of my bones that I can't. And I don't know. I feel that phrase is interesting. The marrow of her bones. Because you know my theory that I think there's a little bit of dragon in our girl, the silver one, Violet.
And if anyone can make it, it's Violet. There's that confidence from General Sorrengail.
It doesn't hurt my theory about Violet and her dad using the feathertail blood to help cure her mom from venin while she was pregnant, which means it's now in Violet. That's what she said. I know I'm unhinged, but we can move on now.
Well, also, like Violet is a good person, but she didn't need to help that Feathertail. Like another dragon could have helped it, somebody else could have, but she felt that calling to help that dragon, specifically the Feathertail. She saw it out of all the dragons. Well, obviously she's shiny and gold, or well, yellow.
But she's not like putting it together in this moment that that's why she was. It like how Kiori was like, pay attention to her feelings. She just was like, this is the right thing to do. It was obviously a soul calling thing that it just never really gets kind of talked about, but I love it.
The Feathertail blinks and starts swishing its tail at her. It's like a big cat. Violet keeps trying to get it to leave, but Jack and his lackey show up. She steps out in front of the dragon. Jack is ready to kill her, and guess whose voice says, I would strongly recommend you rethink your actions. Daddy Xaden is leaning against a tree with his dragon, Sorrengail, who is watching the whole thing.
And they still, oh God, those fuckers. No, I just love Xaden so much.
Oh. Chapter 14. Violet knows that Xaden can only observe, not interfere, and Jack confirms Xaden can't interfere. Xaden says it's not him he needs to worry about, and Sorrengail lifts or tilts her head. Violet double checks again if the Feathertail can get out of there.
There's parts of this where I'm starting to get a little annoyed of our girl, Violet. Because this is a blind spot for her, and we know that. But Xaden, for the first time, the sight of him fills my chest with hope. He won't let this happen. Xaden looks towards me, and I swear I can see his jaw clench, even from this far away, which we know Violet doesn't know anything, apparently, when it comes to Xaden's intentions, even though it's very clear this entire book, but she's missing all the cues. Xaden, I can't even imagine what he's feeling in this moment, because we know he has feelings for our girl Vi. And like just the fact that she can even see his jaw clench from across the way. Just love it. But what happens, Kylie? What is put into her brain?
What's that? Hope is fickle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Xaden's words come back to her with alarming clarity. Interesting. Just take note of that, friends. And the hope is fickle, dangerous thing. It steals your focus and aims towards the possibilities instead of keeping it where it belongs, on the probabilities. That came back into her brain with alarming clarity. Take that what you will with it.
Could be foreshadowing, could not be.
I just feel like it gives, like, I know we know that dragons are mated. Well, maybe it's because Violet has a little dragon in her. There's a mate thing to me with Xaden and Violet.
I know I said fated mates last time as like a joke,
Yeah.
but they're
just
going back to bonds. There is a bond that like snapped into place when they saw each other because he doesn't want to kill her. And based on their history of their parents, like he should want to kill her, but he doesn't because there's some sort of bond there.
And it would make sense I just feel like there's something there. We haven't heard of humans being mates in this book yet, but those two,
there's something stronger than the typical like lusting after each other because Xaden is fucking hot, but that's not just well, and he's smart and he's like daddy to everyone. There's a lot of great qualities to him.
But she always knows he's there. Like, and even later in the book, he's like, I'm always very aware of you. Like those two always are hyper aware of each other.
And there's just got to be more to it. But of course, even reading both books, there's no explanation in a 5-book series. Like we will find out, I hope. Jack, Oren, and Tynan spring to attack Violet. Violet throws a blade into Jack's shoulder and one into Tynan's thigh. She manages to slice Oren in the ribs. Oren tries to stab her with his sword, but gets her armor. Shout out to Mira. Jack starts yelling that he can't move his arm, but Violet mocks him with, "That's the thing about having weak joints. You know exactly where to strike." Jack orders the others to kill her as he runs off. Oh, bitch. Xaden yells, "Behind you!" And Tynan yells that he can't interfere, while Xaden retorts with, "He can narrate," confusing the hell out of Violet why he would help her. Tynan reaches up to land a killing blow to Violet when out of the corner of her eye, she sees Xaden step forward and a gust of wind slamming into her back.
So we know Violet is a very smart person. That's in the book. We know this. But damn, can this girl be fucking slow? Because she goes, he's obviously on my side here, which confuses the hell out of me, since more than anything, I'm certain he wants me dead. But maybe it's not my life he's protecting, but the golden dragon. Did you not forget your conversation that you had like the night before with him? Like, are you not thinking about how he continually helps you all the fucking time and doesn't kill you? Like, what is wrong with this
He's
girl?
helped you with sparring. He lets you know that he's not going to murder you. He helped support you when you made it through the gauntlet. Like, why would he choose now to be like, it was a fun run? Bye.
And she goes, I barely have a moment to register surprise that Xaden would ever save me for any reason. Violet, Violet, Violet.
You have to think about the fact that she's so used to Dane's uncertainty that it probably just spreads throughout her whole, like any sexual tension, I guess.
Yes, I think that does have a lot to do with it. Good.
Dane has made her insecure. Like, fuck you, Dane.
But she doesn't even realize she's
Right.
insecure.
Which you don't know until you're removed from it. And we'll get there. We'll get there, girlfriend.
Well,
The unbonded black dragon has the little golden one tucked under its wing. It growls, and Violet hears, "Step aside, silver one." I love this part.
yeah.
Violet is confused and is thinking, did he just speak to me? He says, "Yes, you move," and torches Tynan as he tries to run away. Also, so Tynan with his big balls was like, big talk, and then just gets torched. Like, fuck you, because you were going to run away.
You're just like JB, fucking little
Yeah.
bitches running away.
Jack Barlow, who antagonizes Violet this entire time, gets disarmed by Violet and runs off like a little bitch.
He is a little bitch.
He really is. Like, fuck you, JB. You are a little bitch. The dragon instructs Violet to kill the enemy at her feet, but Violet says she can't kill an unconscious man. He orders Violet to stop bleeding. He says, "Let's go, Violet Sorrengail," and she realizes he's choosing her. Once again, this is twice now that Violet has a missed opportunity to murder somebody. Not that that's on her bucket list, but it would save her a lot of grief later. Obviously, we need it for the story, but like, Violet, get over yourself. You have to be cutthroat in this business.
In this business. Stop being such a good person.
Like, it's okay to be shitty right now. It's okay. It's the name of the game.
I just also, once again, Violet being a dum-dum. How do you know my name? I gawk up at him. And to think I'd almost forgotten just how loquacious humans are. I like how I said that word right. I was worried I was going to say it wrong, but I did say it right. He sighs, the gusts of his breath rattling the trees. Get on my back. Oh, shit. He's choosing me? That didn't cross your brain when he goes, silver one? Like, come on.
I mean, we could have seen this coming when she saw every color of dragon and didn't connect with any of them. And then here's this big black dragon.
Big
black dragon ready to bond with her.
Every woman's dream, you know?
There's a minute where she isn't sure how she's going to get on this huge ass dragon, but he supplicates for her and has his front leg become a ramp for her. He then gives her his full name, proving that he is choosing her. They take off and Violet's hand slips and she falls. Chapter 15. Taryn grabs Violet with his claws and doesn't let her drop after she did fall. Not without being sassy and telling her she's making them look bad and to stop it. Professor
I love
Professor Kaori said the only unbonded black dragon hadn't agreed to bond this year or had even been seen in the last 5 years. His rider had died in the Tyrish rebellion. He flips Violet onto his back and tells her to grip harder. She says that she's trying, but she isn't as strong as other riders. Taryn responds with, know exactly who you are and what you are, Violet Sorrengail.
Okay. Let's start with one. You're making us look bad. Stop it. The sassy black dragon. I love you so much.
Either one of us bonded with a dragon. This is the type of dragon that we would get. A sassy one to match us because we're both a little sassy, just a little bit. And he's just such a butthole to her.
I love it. I love him a lot. He's one of my favorite characters.
You're making us look bad. Stop it.
Stop it. Like, that's so. But when Violet goes, I'm not as strong as other writers, and his response when he says, I know exactly who and what you are, Violet Sorrengail. What?
Feeds our theories of maybe there's dragon in her.
It does help my dragon invented theory. So
It does, because what is Violet? Why is she the one that can succeed over any of her siblings? What's different?
why does their hair turn silver? And why is that the first thing that Terrence says? Silver one.
He loves a good ombre, that's why.
But what you are,
What are you?
what are you? If she put that in for a reason, that's all I'm saying.
Everything is
Right?
so intentional. Everything.
It does help my Venom theory and dragon theory because I think she's got a little both in her. So that's all I wanted to say. My full theory and case will be brought to you later,
I mean,
but just keep the
you're never going to let it go, so you're just going to keep building with it.
until I'm proved right. No, I'm not going to let it go.
Imagine you're wrong about everything.
No, that's not like me.
I think I watched your heartbreak when you're like, no.
The one thing I'm good at being right.
Not for long. Taryn uses his magic to hold Violet in place. Violet apologizes, saying she didn't think she would make it this far. We really see the bonding start as he replies, I didn't think I would either. So we have that in common. They are heading in and see the golden dragon is waiting up ahead. On the way in, Violet asks, why did you choose me? Taryn replies with, you saved her, referencing the gold dragon.
So that's his answer. In your opinion, why would saving her matter to Taryn?
Taryn values compassion. Because you don't have to be physically strong to be a writer. It's like we come full circle for everything. We better come full circle for everything, including the theory that Violet is part venom or part dragon or whatever. Her mom is venom. Yeah.
Or both. Well, I just love that he says that. That's why. And then she still is arguing with it. But dragons value strength and cunning and ferocity in their riders. And he responds, please do tell me more about what I should value. You sassy son of a gun. I love you.
He's like, I didn't actually want to bond to you, but here we are.
He's so exhausted by her, but still helps her every way.
He's met her for 2 seconds and he's already sick of her shit.
He's like, Jesus, here we go. No.
They are the 71st pair to enter the fields. Taryn shares, you are the smartest of your year, the most cunning. You defended the smallest with ferocity, and strength of courage is more important than physical strength, since you apparently need to know before we land.
So Violet is a words of affirmation girly.
That's her love language for sure.
She needs to be told that she's a good girl.
Which makes sense, being a scribe.
Yeah, I get it. Words are very important to her. So Violet is having her inner monologue about how ironic it is that when they're landing, all the dragons are cheering. And she, of course, is being a little insecure son of a gun, that he's the most celebrated in Vale and she's the most unlikely in the quadrant. She's just the irony of the two.
Can you imagine being one of the other students and watching all this play out? You see small fragile girl in a different squad. Let's say you're in first squad. And you see the small fragile girl end up with the biggest fucking dragon. You'd have to be like, what the fuck did she do? to get that dragon.
And then we're told that Taryn wasn't going to bond. Like, it wasn't a thing. And then that's who she comes up with. Like, that's who you end up
Like,
with.
I don't doubt people want to murder her immediately after seeing that because, like, there's no fucking way. They have to be thinking there's no fucking way that this is real, that those two ended up together.
Yeah, like, imagine how tiny she looks on him, too. Like, if you actually picture it, like, she's just a tiny little frail girl on this big ass black dragon.
After they land, Violet tells the Golden she's glad she made it, but next time she should fly off when someone suggests she saves herself. Maybe I was saving you, is said in Violet's mind in a higher, sweeter tone. Violet reminds her not to get into trouble and not to speak to humans that are not her rider. Violet, you dumbass.
Such a fucking dumbass. But, like, okay, I love Goldie, Little Miss Adarna, so much because that bitch is a little mastermind. She's a T Swifty mastermind.
She is also sassy.
I know, I love that. But she orchestrated that whole thing. She purposely went in the veil, was not moving, even though she could have, did not scorch, even though she could have, because she wanted really to force Taryn's hand of like, you're bonding this girl.
She knew that this was her moment to shine. Literally.
Literally.
She really forced Violet to defend her. She forced Violet into this. Like, she bullied Violet into defending her.
Goldie is a Swiftie. And what's funny, because we call Taylor Swift Blondie, so it's perfect. I'm so excited about this reference.
If Taylor Swift was a dragon, she would be Andarna.
Oh, totally. Sassy.
Sparkly.
Yeah. Sparkly. Yeah, she loves sparkles.
Sparkles and sass. So. That's Taylor Swift.
Sassy Swift, you know, and a little mastermind. Good job, guys. We're figuring out so much.
We're connecting all these dots for you. You're on this dragon ride with us. Everyone is shocked to see Taryn, especially with Violet. Violet goes to give Taryn's name to the roll keeper. The roll keeper is saying she can't believe he bonded. Violet goes to agree when the Golden gives her full name too. Violet is shocked and says, "Excuse me?" The Golden encourages Violet to tell the roll keeper, so she shares Andarna's full name and all hell breaks loose. I love how we both like take a deep breath because we're both like, oh.
I just don't even know where to start with it. You go first. Well, especially because Violet has such an analytical scribe mind. So to her, all she's been told is, I mean, there's never been a case of two dragons bonding with one rider. So that's why she has a really hard time sometimes with realizing the obvious when it comes to like Xaden. All she's been told is Xaden wants to kill her over and over and over again. And even though all the signs point to it, she's like, nope, that's what I was told. Now, with this little golden dragon talking to her in her brain, she's just still like, that's odd. Don't do that. You'll get in trouble. And then she's like, nope, say my name. And she's like, oh, are you sure?
This sparks chaos. You have Professor Carey jumping off the 6-foot platform and just staring open mouth at Taryn. Because, like, it's one thing that she's bonding two dragons, but she also bonded with Taryn, who hasn't been seen in 5 years and wasn't expected to bond. Like, there is so much chaos in this moment.
And this is like Professor Kaori's like wet dream. Like, so many things happening with dragons that he is just like giddy over.
And I mean, he's giddy over it, but like the fact that it's Taryn is just really getting him off. And what's so shitty for Violet is Commandant Panchek is like ready to say Taryn's name, and then Violet's mom is like, don't say it, because she doesn't believe that Violet could bond with that dragon.
So fucking annoying.
Make up your mind, General Sorrengail. Do you believe in Violet or do you not?
And what are you thinking? That she's just conning this dragon or like faking it? Like, what?
Like, how could she show up with this dragon if it's not hers?
on her back. Like, what was your thought process there, Lilith?
Lilith is I
Bitch.
think her mom was probably in
Look,
shock too, just like everyone else.
yeah, it obviously, and that is what it is. But still, and poor Violet to see like her mom obviously doesn't believe that she could bond Taryn. Not to even mention a second dragon, but she's like, I'm not sure about this. And it's just disappointing for Violet. Another person not believing in her in that moment.
And her mom should have been so proud.
And maybe she was. Here's the thing: is maybe she was. It could be for uh appearance purposes because she is general. So we don't know what Lilith's inner monologue is. I'm playing a little bit of devil's advocate here, but we do know that Lilith isn't quite what she seems. And I just feel like I don't know. It's a it's a weird spot for Lilith to be
Right.
in.
Because she's not even supposed to talk to her for 3 years.
Right. And I just feel like this is unprecedented for precedent multiple reasons, two dragons and Taryn. So she's probably like, no, no, no. Let's just wait to see how this plays out. And yeah, I don't know. But still a bitch.
This book is just getting so good.
Okay. The next, you guys, I'm so excited for this ride we're going on because the next 5 chapters for our next episode, when I was reading it, I'm like, this is so good. So it sucks that we have to stop here, but we went through 5 chapters and you've been here for over an hour. So I'm just so, I can't wait till
Like,
next week.
thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having as much fun as we are.
If you like this, please make sure and share with your other book besties. And we'll see you in Basgiath.